A very good day to you all. I'm Shian and today I will be presenting to you about food security. The term non-traditional security or NTS describes a broad variety of security difficulties such as food, health and environmental security that go beyond conventional military threats. In contrast to conventional security, which concentrates on military issues specific to a state, non-traditional security tackles issues that affect human life and well-being worldwide. One of the most important aspects of non-traditional security is food security, which includes food supply, stability, availability, and use. It is necessary for social stability, economic growth, and human existence. The capacity of people to regularly obtain enough safe and nutritious food for a healthy and active life is known as food security. Food security is a major issue in the larger context of non-traditional security as it may have serious repercussions like malnutrition, social discontent, and economic instability. This assignment's goal is to investigate food security as a critical component of non-traditional security by looking at its elements, problems it encounters, and effects of food security at local and global levels. The assignment will also go over several ways to address these problems and come up with solutions using case studies to show what works and what doesn't. This assignment also seeks to demonstrate the significance of food security as a key component of international security and development initiatives through these investigations. So, the state in which everyone always has physical, social, and financial access to enough food that satisfies their dietary needs and food choices for an active and healthy life is known as food security. The Food and Agriculture Organization's annual report on food security, The State of Food Insecurity in the World 2001, is where the current, widely recognized concept of food security originated. When everyone has physical, social, and economic access to enough, secure, and nutritious food that satisfy their dietary needs and food choices for an active and healthy life, there is food security. Food security is made up of 4 parts. Enough food must be readily available for food security to begin. To guarantee that food is always available to the populace, it is necessary to make sure that food production, distribution, and supply networks are strong and resilient. People still need to have the means to get food, even when it is accessible. This component considers income levels, food costs, and infrastructure such as market and transportation networks to provide economic, social, and physical access to food. The ability of people to consume food successfully is referred to as proper usage. This depends on things like cooking techniques, nutritional awareness, and population health. When food is used properly, it guarantees that eating leads to a healthy and active life. Food consistently available, accessible, and used over time is called stable. It considers the short-term shocks that might affect food security, such as natural catastrophes or economic crises, as well as the long-term trends such as population increase or climate change. Metrics like food production levels, malnutrition rates, and food accessibility are examples of indicators of food security. The degree of food security is often indicated by high food production and low rates of malnutrition, which is yet disparities between these measures may point to underlying problems such as uneven access or inadequate usage. That's all for me, and thank you so much.
Next, I'm going to talk about the challenges to food security. We are experiencing a growing food security crisis driven by a complex web of interconnected challenges. One of the challenges are population growth and resource strain. The global population is projected to reach 9.7 billion by 2050, putting immense pressure on food production system. This means we need to produce significantly more food to meet future demand, but our resources are finite. Edible land, Water and other essential agricultural inputs are limited, making it increasingly difficult to feed a growing population. This pressure is particularly acute in regions with water scarcity, limited arable land, and fragile ecosystem where food production is already a struggle. The second one is the climate change impacts and agricultural vulnerability. Climate change is a major threat to food security. Extreme weather events like droughts, floods, and heat waves can decimate crops, reduce livestock productivity, and disrupt supply chains, leading to food shortages and price volatility. Rising temperatures and altered precipitation patterns also impact crop yields and livestock health, further reducing food availability and increasing vulnerability. These changes in weather patterns can also lead to the spread of diseases and pests, creating a complex and interconnected web of problems that make agriculture increasingly vulnerable. The third one is the conflict and food insecurity. Armed conflicts and political instability are major drivers of food insecurity. Conflict often target agricultural infrastructure, livestock, and food distribution networks, exacerbating food shortages and malnutrition. The displacement of population due to conflicts also leads to food insecurity, as refugees and internally displaced persons often face limited access to food and resources. This creates a vicious cycle of food insecurity, poverty, and vulnerability, making it even harder to address the underlying causes of conflict and establish sustainable peace. The last one is the economic disparities and access to food. Economic disparities play a significant role in food insecurity, especially in developing countries. Poverty and lack of access to income-generating opportunities limit individuals' ability to purchase food, leading to malnutrition and hunger. This lack of economic empowerment creates a vicious cycle of poverty and food insecurity. Unequal distribution of resources, including land, water, and technology, exacerbates food insecurity, creating a cycle of poverty and hunger. Those with fewer resources often have less access to fertile land, irrigation system, and modern agricultural tools, making it more challenging to produce or obtain enough food.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Anis Elina binti Mak Zaid. So today I am going to explain to you all about the impact of food security. Food security is now considered a major concern in non-traditional security due to its connection with other issues like environmental degradation. Let's look at three key impacts that I highlight. So the first impact is climate change. Climate change affects food security significantly by destabilizing food production. Extreme weather events such as drought, flood, reduced crop yield, and damaged soil and water resource. Rising temperature and erratic rainfall make farming less predictable and harder to sustain. For example, studies have shown that rise in global temperature beyond 1.5 Celsius could increase the risk of natural disaster, leading to food shortage and worsening poverty, especially in vulnerable areas like coastal region and island. Second is loss of biodiversity. Biodiversity is essentially for maintaining resilient agriculture system. The loss of biodiversity often due to activities like deforestation and unplanned development weakens ecosystem that support food production. For instance, a decline in bee population has reduced the yield of fruit vegetable. Almost 75% of human food crop rely on animal pollination, so a loss of biodiversity directly threatens food security. Okay, so that is degradation of natural resource. Degradation of land, water, and other natural resources also threat food security. Poor farming practice like overuse of pesticide and fertilizer can pollute water and degrade soil, reducing agriculture productivity in some areas. Excessive irrigation has caused soil to become too salty, reducing crop yield. So the conclusion, in conclusion, addressing food security as a non-traditional security issues require tackling climate change, preserving biodiversity, managing natural resources wisely, and ensuring social and economic equality. These efforts are crucial to maintaining sustainable food supply for everyone. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Farhani, and today I will be presenting on what are the resolutions toward food security. So, as our population is expected to achieve 9.7 billion by 2050, we are facing the immense pressure on our food system and also natural resources. This challenge is further complicated by the impacts of climate change, ongoing conflicts, and also economic disparities. So, to address this issue, we need innovative and targeted solutions. For instance, sustainable agriculture process and practices like conservation farming and precision agriculture are being implemented in countries like Ethiopia to make the most of the limited resources. While in densely populated cities like in Singapore and Tokyo, vertical farming is providing new ways to grow food in urban areas, reducing the burden on rural areas. Additionally, family planning and education programs are helping communities manage population growth and easing the strain on food resources. Moreover, climate change is another major threat, making agriculture more vulnerable. Research institutions are developing climate resilient crops such as drought resistant maize in sub Saharan Africa to withstand the extreme weather. Countries like Bangladesh have also adopted advanced weather forecasting system this to enable the farmers to prepare in advance for natural disasters. In Kenya, agroforestry practices are improving soil health and providing additional income sources for farmers. Apart from that, in conflicting zones, food insecurity is often severe. Organizations like the World Food Programme and the International Committee of the Red Cross are providing essential food aid as seen in Yemen. In post conflict areas like South Sudan, rebuilding the agricultural infrastructure is crucial for restoring food production. So, peace building efforts combined with agricultural training are helping displaced communities regain stability and food security. Lastly, economic disparities also play a significant role in food insecurity. Social protection programs like Brazil Bolsa Familia provide cash transfers and also food vouchers to help the low income families to afford food. Microfinance initiatives, particularly those empowering women, are enabling farmers to start or expand agricultural businesses. Fair trade initiatives ensure farmers receive fair prices for their products, which help them to escape poverty. In conclusion, ensuring global food security requires a comprehensive approach. By integrating sustainable agriculture, climate resilience, humanitarian aid, and social protection programs, we can build a more resilient and equitable food system. Together, we can meet the needs of our growing population and secure a better future for all. So, we agree to the government initiatives on managing the food security in their countries. That's all from me. Thank you.
In conclusion, global food security requires a coordinated effort to address challenge. The key strategies include sustainable agriculture, climate resilient crops, social protection program, and microfinance. Government intervention is important to foster innovation and ensure vulnerable groups have access. So, I want to emphasize that continuous monitoring and adaptation are necessary to create a resilient, equitable, and sustainable global food system that meet nutritional needs.